Welcome to the Everything Podcast. I am your host, and in today's episode, we are going to be covering The Wrecking Crew. So, what I'll do, as usual, I will give you a bit of information about it, maybe some suggestions as far as movies go, with the actors that are in this, and then, we'll watch a trailer and I'll give you my thoughts. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. So, The Wrecking Crew is an upcoming American buddy cop action comedy film directed by Angel Manuel Soto and written by Jonathan Tropper. Two half-brothers, a loose cannon cop and a disciplined Navy SEAL, must work together to unravel a conspiracy behind their father's murder in Hawaii. As far as the cast is concerned, so this is quite a cool cast actually, we have Jason Momoa. So Jason Momoa obviously being Aquaman and so on. He's been in Dune, Fast X, and a Minecraft movie. I actually quite enjoyed his Fast X portrayal. Very like unhinged and so on. Bit creepy, but unhinged. But if you haven't seen all the Fast movies, definitely go give those a watch. And then we have Dave Bautista. So yeah, he's been in a bunch of stuff. So yeah, the MCU, he was obviously Drax. So that's Guardians of the Galaxy. Really enjoyed that character. He was also in Dune. He was Revan. And he was in Blade Runner 2049 and Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery. There's a third one. I don't know if that's the first one. Yeah. But anyway, there's a third one of that, which is really good. So if you haven't checked that out, I might have mentioned it before, but there was only two. And I was hoping they stuck the landing, and I thought it was pretty decent. Knock at the Cabin, also really, really good if you haven't seen that. Bit of a thriller type vibe. Then we have, I hope I'm saying this right, Claes Bang. But anyway, so he's actually a Danish actor. A lot of like theater work and so on, obviously early days or whatever the case is. The Girl in the Spider's Web, that's something that's relatively or bigger. And then obviously Wrecking Crew. What else is it? There we go. The Northman. That was also pretty cool. And then we have Tamura Morrison. And he's actually been in the Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian. A lot of Star Wars stuff that he's been in, as well as Aquaman and The Flash. He's been in quite a few different movies there. Barbed Wire. And this is not, I'm not saying this is a great movie by any stretch of the imagination, but maybe worth the watch just to see like what real quirky action looks like. It is honestly one of the most ridiculous movies I've ever seen, but it's definitely worth the watch. Speed 2, is in that. That obviously nowhere near as good as the first one, but there was a decent sequel to it. Maybe a bit more underrated than it should have been. And then 6 Days, 7 Nights. I really enjoyed that one. So if you haven't seen that, I would say that's the best one out of those 6 Days, 7 Nights. Go check that out. Jacob Batalon, of course, the best friend of Peter Parker. So yeah, he's been in a lot of MCU stuff. And then he was actually in a dramedy series. Is that how you say it? He was Reginald the Vampire. But all the Spider-Man stuff, of course, I would imagine everyone here always listening to this channel has seen that. Then we have Stephen Root. So King of the Hill, he did a lot of, he did the voiceover Bill and Buck in King of the Hill. So if you haven't seen that, I would highly recommend that. Very, very good. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? That was also pretty cool. Dodgeball, I would say that's my favorite movie that he's in. You don't get comedies like that anymore, unfortunately. Comedy is in a very, very weird space at the moment. But for me, Dodgeball is one of the good ones, like really, really funny. They say the most outlandish stuff that you could never get away with these days. But that's the fun of it. That's what comedy's supposed to be. So yeah, like Tropic Thunder. If you haven't seen that, I would definitely go and check that out as well. And then last but not least, it's probably Marina Baccarin. Yeah, of course, everyone knows her mostly, I would say, from Deadpool. So she is Deadpool's love interest and so on. Yeah, but like very, very odd movies that she's done. Like it's, when I say odd, I don't mean bad. I just like, it's a very, very specific sect, I would say, of the type of stuff that she did. But I would say Deadpool's a standout out of that. Yeah, like, so apparently she's actually going to be doing something, I don't know for definite, but Masters of the Universe, she might actually be the sorceress, try to say that 5 times fast, of Castle Grayskull. So yeah, but yeah, that's the cast and some of my suggestions. But without any further ado, let's check out the trailer for The Wrecking Crew.
This doesn't happen here every day. I can't have 2 guys who look like they eat steroid pancakes for breakfast, turning my island into Beirut.
Detective, that is uncalled for.
Are you gaslighting us?
You want to tell me why the Yakuza want you dead?
You have to ask them.
Yakuza? That's who that was?
You blew up my car.
I blew up their car and then it landed on yours. They just blew up your car.
You just stir up trouble. That's what you do.
That's what I do because I'm a cop.
Not here, you're not.
Our father was
Murdered. Was it hit and run?
I don't think so.
Whoa.
They tried to kill me.
Sword fight. Well, this should be fun.
Yeah, I'm pumped. We gotta find out who killed him.
I guarantee you'll end up poking a bear that doesn't want to be poked.
Take my word for it when I tell you that I'm the bear.
Ninjas on bikes.
You're not stalking, more shooting.
You got fat. You got old.
So, you two been chasing murderers in a minivan?
Yeah, he blew up my other car.
Yeah,
That's not what
doesn't surprise
happened.
me at all.
Literally what happened.
No, it's not.
Okay, split up. You guys look like The Rock screwed himself and had twins.
And that was the trailer for The Wrecking Crew. So high octane, lots of action, lot of jokes, like that buddy cop kind of vibe. So that would be in the line of probably something like Die Hard 3, you know, Rush Hour, Lethal Weapon, that kind of stuff. These two pairing up, however, had me excited. So that's kind of why I was, you know, jumping at the opportunity to talk about this, because, you know, the two of them together, I want to see the dynamics, and it's actually worked really nicely. I'm sure you'd agree with me after watching the trailer. I mean, you see the intro, you know, they're causing absolute chaos, which very much reminds me of the intro of Rush Hour with Chris Tucker busy blowing up half of LA. You know, and then, you know, the police chief being angry, typical, and then telling them that they look like, you know, guys who eat steroid pancakes and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, basically saying that they've turned his island into like a war zone and fighting the Yakuza, and, you know, he's like, who was it? Yeah, Jason Momoa's character goes, "The Yakuza, was that the Yakuza? The Yakuza?" And he's like pretending he doesn't know how to say it. So yeah, I thought it was very funny. Yeah, but it looks like there'll be some serious parts as well. You know, obviously this is them looking for, you know, the person who, like, because it looks like it was an accident, quotes an accident, like a hit and run, but they believe it's something a little bit more sinister than that. So yeah, like the nice visuals, nice cinematography. It seems like it won't be just you know, comedy all over the place. So, but I like that it does have that. This definitely, like, buddy cops need it. You know, it can't just be this serious thing, because it wouldn't really, from the look of it, it wouldn't really suit what this movie's presenting. So it just, I don't know, just play off weird. But yeah, Jason Momoa's little sword fight comment as well had me laughing a little bit. You know, like he's trying to drink a beer and this guy sort of like throws a sword at him mid-beer, and he doesn't look very happy about it, let's just say that. Yeah, but it looks like, I like also the aesthetic, the way they dress, like the types of bikes they're using, the types of ammunition they're using. So it has a lot of, it looks like it has a lot of like that older feel, like bringing back some of the older action vibes. And, you know, the chases, you know, obviously with the cinematography technology and CGI and whatever we have today, can make it look insane. But you can see it's a nice mix of actual shot scenes to, you know, like what needs a little bit of CG. So it's definitely like on the what's the word for it? It's like on the ground, like kind of stuff, you know, and the set building and all that sort of stuff is properly done. It's not just green screen, which can get annoying because you do notice it, and if it's overplayed, then, you know, like it just looks, I don't know, it just looks terrible eventually, you know, because it's just way too much to put into just a background. But yeah, just to close off, it's funny with the little helicopter scene, everyone's kind of, you know, fighting and shooting and whatever. They go under the bridge and they're not even sitting in the same seats that they were, and they just put on their seatbelts. I love that. That was so awesome. I thought it was very funny. And the little chirp at the end from Jacob, what's his name? Jacob Batalon. Is that how you say it? Batalon. But anyway, like that little comment from him to Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista is like, yeah, it looks like if The Rock had made another, well, like two rocks had made one babe or two babies, and it was them. He obviously said in a lot more, like a lot more of a vulgar way, I guess. So I'm trying to keep the channel PG. But yes, he looked like The Rock had a baby, and it was these two. So yeah. So yeah, lots to talk about. It was very jumbled because I'm kind of collecting my thoughts as I was going through it. Yeah, and I don't want to forget anything that I kind of thought was cool about the trailer. So they just, I mean, in like a little 2-minute 30 trailer, there's so much to talk about and be excited about. So this does look good. This is the type of movie that I can get excited about, 100%. Very, very much down my alley. So yeah. But it's not just about me, it's about you too. So let me know what your thoughts were in the comments below. Let me know if you're excited to see this movie. And please do show us some love by liking, sharing, and subscribing. But that is it for the Everything Podcast. And we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.